Hello, welcome to Greeting Star. Today we're going to be making this really cute card with a stained glass window, and it's from the MayMay Made It Scripture heART stamp set. It's a month club that you can get stamps. It's a really good deal. It's like $11.99 and that includes shipping. So I've just taken this piece of paper, 11 and a half, 8.5 by 11, sorry, and I've scored it at 2 3/4 on both sides, and then I have folded it. So I'm stamping both sides of that fold with this stamp set, and I'm using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And once I have that stamped really well, I'll flip it over and do the other side. The only thing you want to be careful about when you're doing this is make sure that you don't stamp one upside down. So I had to flip it over like that to do that. And you know, I might have done better if I would have waited to fold, but I just used this painter's tape to keep it down so that it would stamp correctly without any mess. So I have this ready to go. Almost needs one more stamp there. So there we go. And now that I'm done, I'm going to color it with these Sakura glaze pens, and these are really cool pens. They're kind of like paint pens. They're ballpoint though. They don't have like a wool or felt tip, so they can get gunked up. So I just cleaned it off on the edge of my paper there, as you saw a moment ago. And what I'm trying to do is just fill in this yellow all the way around the cross, and I want it to be I don't want any of the same colors to touch each other on a side. A point is okay, but not a side. So I'm just trying to go over, and I chose to use these glazed Sakura pens because when this ink dries, it dries with a really glossy finish, so it'll look shiny, sort of like light coming through the stained glass window. So that's why I chose to use these pens. They're really cool. They're a lot of fun to color your focal images with, especially like if you're not really good at adding shading or blending colors and things like that with Copics or Spectrum Noir. These are a great option. The only advice I would give you is don't color an image that has that's a really large image that has a lot of open space, because you want to just lay down one layer of these pens, because when they start to dry, you can't go over it. Otherwise, the finish isn't as smooth as you would like it to be. So smaller images are best with these. So you can see here I've chosen to do yellow, blue, and then in a moment I'll add the orange. And I'm just trying to make sure that I color the same spots so that I'll have two identical windows on either side of the card. So here I'm going to go ahead and use this brown to do the cross. And then when I'm finished with that, I'll start adding the orange. And it's interesting too, because these are really cool pens, but when you're coloring with them, sometimes it works best to do sort of like a round sort of motion, a circular motion, to get that ink to flow out better, especially like if you've used a certain color a lot and the ink's starting to get low, then that helps a lot. You can't really do like a back and forth. I think that the circular motion really works better with these pens. But it depends. Like I said, if they're brand new and they're really juicy, then doing the lines isn't so bad. Otherwise, the circular motion is better. So anyway, I'm just trying to figure out where to put these so that I don't have any two of the same color touching each other on any side. So that's what I've done here. And I really do like the yellow, blue, and orange. I think it's very bright and happy. So here's the orange. And I think I'll just play some music for you while this is while I'm finishing this coloring. I'm almost done. Okay, so now you can see here that I've finished both sides, and what I'm going to do now is just add sort of like doorknobs, and so I'm going to be using some Nuvo crystal drops to do that. But you can see how pretty and shiny the finished effect of those glazed Sakura pins are. So this is my Nuvo crystal drops in gold, and I'm just using a paper clip there to clear out the gunk so that it flows smoothly. I'm just putting those on, and it will take a little while for that to dry. I'd say at least 6 hours. Once it's dry, I'm going to use these really cute stamps from Stamp Abilities. It's called Stick Family. You can see all those cute little faces. So I'm just going to pull all those little faces and lay them out on my card the way I want them. And then I'm going to use this Martha Stewart Craft block, this acrylic block, to pick them all up. And these foam feet on this acrylic block are really great because it helps you position the stamp where you want it before you have to stamp down, so before you're committed. And I'm using again the Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp these cute little faces. And I'm using this ink because I will be using the alcohol markers, the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, and it doesn't react with them. So I'm doing that. So you can see here, I'm just going to speed up the video so that you can see me coloring. I did try to set out the cap so you could see what colors I'm using. The baby faces, I think I used like an FS6 because that's kind of more of a pink color. And with his grandpa here, I was real careful not to color in his beard because I want that to be gray. But I did want to try to achieve some different variations of skin tones with these little people. So I did try some different things here. I'm not certified in coloring or anything, so this is just my own little experimentation that I've done to come up with these different color combinations. So I hope you enjoy these. Now that I'm done coloring, I'm going to use the sentiment stamp from this stamp set, and it says, "Happy is the people whose God is the Lord," and it has the scripture reference underneath it as well. And again, I'm using the Tuxedo Black, the Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp it on the side here. This would be a really cute card to send your pastor and to thank him for being a great pastor for your church or something like that, or maybe to another friend in the church community. But anyway, I think this card is just adorable and it turned out so cute. So thanks for watching today. I hope you had a great time. I hope you enjoyed it. And the links for all of the products I used will be below. Don't forget to check out my blog at greetingstar.org. And also I have an ebook that I've written. It's on Amazon. You can find it at amazon.com/author/greetingstar. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day.